just ruined someone's day already.
God, yeah, someone's like going,
just. I had to bribe Eric to get on the show today.
There's one reason Matt's here. Well, there's two reasons. Matt picked up the Scorch from Ardbeg. This is a limited edition, fiercely charred cass, weighing in at 46%. Yeah. And then we're gonna have a few. We're gonna have a. You haven't tried the Valkyrie yet.
No.
I got to get in contact with them, or should I say, in contact with them, because they did respond to me and they said they were interested in having a little chat.
Oh, are you gonna advertise some of their beers for them?
Well, trying to figure out how we can have them help out with Justin's final mission.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
I mean, we're talking about veterans helping veterans.
Yeah, no, that'd be real cool.
But I don't know. I mean, other than say doing something like, maybe whoever wins the Justin Bug Up bag gets a 4-pack of the Bavarian, the Valkyrie, and the Patriot.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pull it off. I just know I like. There's two things that are intersecting right there.
Yeah.
Veterans and beer.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, talk to him, see what he's interested or what he wants to do to help.
But it'd be awesome to go down there and do a brewery review.
Yeah.
But right now we've reviewed everything, all three things.
They don't have to know that.
Oh, yeah. In case you're watching.
Or what we could do is we could go down there and do a live, or not a live, but I mean, we could go do a brew review at their brewery. Take the camera with, because that would be cool.
Go review some other companies. Another local. Get out! Get out right now!
Well, no, because then you can show everyone else, what the brew or the distillery looks like, and I don't know, that might be interesting to some people. I don't know. Help get his
I'm
brand out a
still
little
trying
bit.
to find. I tell you, if the boys from Warrior are listening, I'm still trying to find a brewery that will let me. It'd probably have to be a bad batch, or just I'm gonna have to pay for whatever beer gets used. I want an intro for the Brew Channel of me laying on the floor under one of those big stainless steel vats, and then they open the lever, and you just see me disappear in a column of beer.
You can just use a little yellow food coloring and water. Wait till it's emptied out.
No, I'm going to get as much of it as I can while it's taking place. Okay. Hey, how much for a 5-second pull on that handle?
I want to be waterboarded with the beer.
So I had that recurring dream last night. I was at Warrior Brewing and they were waterboarding me again. And I looked at him and I said, "Pussies, bring it on again. I'm not giving up any information." I'm not going to say a single thing.
You start slurring more and more. Oh. Crap. Hey, that was mine, but alright.
What?
Take yours.
Oh, you're right.
I know I'm right.
I had my balls on that.
I know I'm right.
It is kind of reminding me a little bit more of the smell of Lover Fry.
Yeah, it smells really smoky. But it's supposed to be peaty too.
I mean,
I smell a little peat, but it's so strong with that smoke, it's tough to...
like the campfire still going the next morning, that kind of a smell. It's just kind of smoldering. There's no... if you threw paper on it, it'd go back up.
Back up.
Wow, it smells really good, though. Oh, excuse me. Haven't had a thing to drink. I'm already a pig.
I'm not even a beer in yet, so...
Oh!
I tried to get my game face.
Oh, I take that back.
Yeah, you had one, you liar. You had more than me.
First, I get a text from him, and I'm like, yeah, I think I know what he's up to. It's either a real doll or the Lefroy or the Ardbeg, one or the other.
What?
So then, I have to park back by the garage because I think there's a tool that I need in the garage. Evidently, it's in my truck, which I got that information. I got that bombshell today. Open the garage door, go in, and first of all, it's really frickin' cool because Miles programmed Christine's Honda Pilot with the little button right by the visor, and unlike my old garage door, literally, I know it's gonna sound like BS, sitting in front of the door, pressing the button on the remote, rotating my hand and waving it, trying to get the door to go up, and I am literally, you guys are the door.
It's because you don't have the key in your hand for the garage. That's your penis you're fucking waving, and yeah.
So
there's a big difference there.
So now I know for a fact that the garage door will go up from at least a block away.
Yeah. The end of the you're talking about the end of the block, like when you turn down the alley.
No, I actually pressed it before I pressed it when I was passing the car that Samantha totaled with the Ford. You know, the one that accused her of totaling her car.
No.
Oh. Yeah, that thing looks like it used to be a store, gray in the corner,
yeah.
and then there's a bluish gray car sitting there. Yeah, that was. The cops came here and wanted to know whose big white Ford was out front, and I'm just like, it's my daughter's. Well, can we see her? And I go, well, you can first of all tell me why you're here. I won't answer a single question beyond why are you here. Well, there was a hit and run reported, and by the time it was all over, the woman said the car had been totaled. Totaled by Sam's truck that didn't have a single mark on it. Brand new, washed and armoralled earlier that day tires without a single smudge on them. Then the brain wizard. Yeah, we've got some good cops in town, and we've got some of the stupidest mother humpers on the planet. He's standing there with a tape measure because the damage it was at like
higher level.
It was like 40 something inches, and he's going around Sam's whole truck, and he gets to one spot. And he goes, "There it is. That's paint transfer." I go, first of all, the car that she supposedly totaled is a baby blue color, and that kind of looks like dust from between here and Best Buy. And I reached over and I went, "Ring," and my finger made a line straight down the center of it, and now it's on my hand. And I go, out of curiosity, does paint transfer again? Like dirt would? Well, I can tell you how many calories are in a large glazed.
I can tell you how many calories in one. I bet you couldn't do that.
Probably not. Okay. Are we at least 10 minutes in? I've got to get at least 10 minutes before I touch this just to piss off Scotsman.
Wow, it's got a really cold, like cool start. It goes down with a little bit more of a bite. Not a strong, heavy bite, but do you know what I mean? It's so smooth in the beginning. It's like cold, it's so smooth.
Sitting on your tongue, it almost seems chilled and sweet.
That's what I'm saying. It's
like the sherry cask ones. And then you get that campfires. I mean, if you're impressed with Lefroy, Clyde, if you're someone who is really impressed with Lefroy, you will. Of course, this is kind of like their Ultimate series. I don't know if when this is gone, when the bottles are all gone, if you're going to see this again.
Well, I'm wondering how fast it goes, because they might want to, if they're making money and it's going fast, they might make more. But yeah, it seemed like this was a limited thing.
Box is pretty cool with the dragon spiraling down it.
I didn't see the box. Where'd you see that?
Well, you didn't get where'd you buy this?
Superior, Super One.
Oh, in Keyport, it comes in the flip open box, just like the Paul John does.
Yeah.
And it's all done up in this art, and it's got a fire-breathing dragon curling around the box.
Oh shit! So I got ripped off. I could have had a cool box. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the box, but
probably the same thing I do. They sit there for a while.
And
Then
you
they
toss
sit
them.
over there for a while. And then I put them in recycling.
That's probably what would happen. I wouldn't sit on them like you do. I wouldn't move them multiple times.
The only one I'm even hanging on to, and I don't know why, is the Octomore 9.3.
Actually, you know what? That would have maybe been cool. I'd give it to my son for his cards. Pokemon cards.
I guess I should restate. I didn't act. When you walk into Keyport, it's behind that like bar,
Yeah.
right when you first come in. It might just be a regular box. It might not be the nice fold-open box like the Paul Johns. But
My Paul John didn't come in a box either. My Paul John was in a tube.
Maybe they switched.
I'm just getting ripped off left and right with this.
What the hell's this one that I have here? Wasn't that a... yeah, that was...
Oh, well, that's not wood, though.
I didn't say wood. I said flip open.
Oh.
It's got like a magnet.
Gotcha. Yep,
Magnets. Speaking of that, anybody get the jab and go try the magnet trick? I'm interested if that's actually working.
Some people said it doesn't work, and some people says it does. Like some people I know that have gotten it, no magnet sticks.
I got a magnet that sticks to my left nut. I'm not sure what that's all about. Oh yeah, never mind. There was some metal. Different story. So let me put this over here. What else is new? I was asked to review something from Through Night. Boy, I tell ya, they must have gotten rid of the person that used to deal with me, because I got kind of pissy with them when they were like all demanding and shit, and I'm just like, guess what? I'm going to review stuff, and I'm going to review it on my time and my feelings. And if this is shit, I'm going to tell you it's shit. So they have, now I don't know how long this is out. He said new. Of course, he also said his name was like Ted, and I'm sure he doesn't speak a lick of English. But it is their new weapon light.
I like it. I think it looks pretty sweet.
And again, I'm not sure what the significance is, but Black Scout Survival on one side, and this is the TW10 from Through Night. Can I tell you about it? It just has a button on each side, and if you press it and let go, sorry about that, it just stays on, 900 lumens, and press it again to turn it off. And then if you press and hold, now it goes into momentary. So it'll stay on as long as my finger's on the button. As soon as I let go, off it goes. You can it's not sealed like another one that I'm doing a super secret evaluation on, which I happen to really like that one. They do send along the adapter so that you can have the 18 or the 1913, or this one just says GL. I don't even know what the hell that even stands for, but it does work on here, and it gets fairly close without actually touching the frame. It also worked in the exact same position for the Glock. And I will say it's a little bit of a reach. You know, if you get something like the TRL or whatever, the paddle is actually butterflied so that the paddle is right here, and not this. But you know, if you're also, you know, my normal way of holding the gun for firing is like this. This is a little bit more doable, having the light down there. And then if the battery goes dead, another thing that may or may not be a deal breaker for some people, if the battery was to go dead and it needs to be recharged, say that piece of junk one from that company that I hate that starts with an O, another shit company, they're the one that I have that I didn't pay for. That's on Ed's 4006.
What the fuck?
That is a charging port right there.
I got a fucking turd in my beer already. No joke. That's fucked up.
Was it in there before you?
I don't know, but it looks like it looks literally like a bug with the fucking shit hanging out its ass. That's got it stuck to the wall. Yeah, I'm good on that fucking shit right now. I'll stick with my beer. Oh.
We are in a basement. I would always check the glass.
Well, I thought I did before I pulled it out, but... Oh.
Huh. What are you thinking about right now?
Fucking bug shit.
You know, I got to admit, I do like it on the SIG.
Yeah.
Because,
no, it looks real good.
Because the light...
It's almost flush.
When you put it on the...
sticks out
when you put it on the Glock...
almost an inch, I'd say.
This is what you see. It sticks out way past the end. Now, and if you do a lot of shooting, if you actively train for the what-ifs and you have a light on your gun, like I have a light on 2 guns, it's part of full disclosure. Maybe I shouldn't even admit this.
You're gonna get some
Well,
some burnage, or at least some
it's more like sentimental.
some carbons built up.
Ed's gun. Ed shot Ed. Ed shot Ed's gun. Ed had put plenty of rounds through the one that I have. It's not like it's an unknown firing gun. I have not put a round through that.
What's wrong with you, Eric?
I don't know. It's a weird thing. I have a couple guns that have some gigantic heart meaning to me,
So
and I know that they're running guns, and I have yet to shoot them. The SIG Sea Carry is the other one.
The SIG Sea Carry.
Mm-hmm. The 1911, the gray one with the
Yep.
awesome
Okay.
grips. The back strap is
Yep.
custom to match it. Yeah, I have the data log for that gun. I can tell you every round and when it was put through it and what kind.
Yeah, that's pretty excessive.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
But then again, you know, if you know, and you do know who used to own that gun,
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean... I get it.
anal retention is right up there.
Hey, as long as it works.
I mean, if he was here right now, he'd just look at me. Doesn't everybody? Oh yeah, everybody has a data log of the weather, the conditions, the date, what you shot. Yeah, no.
The wind was coming 3 degrees from the north.
I mean, you know, in all honesty, you know, the only time that I've ever, you know, constructively had any kind of a data log is, you know, in my training. My training right now, I've successfully shot a coin this size at 999 yards. I just haven't done it at 1,000 yet, so I keep logs of that for the JP. Okay, so more honest. The only thing that I have actually kept tabs on as of this point in time is the Mosin. Mikey was loading stuff for me, and he had bigger batches at home, but he didn't want me to get mixed up. So I had small batches, and I was shooting it and keeping tabs on the groupings that I noticed. And all I can say about the stuff that Mikey's loaded for me, everything has been super consistent.
The only problem with that is, I mean, I get why you kept track just because it was, you know, loaded different or whatever the case was. But you don't even know how many rounds have gone through that gun before you ever got it.
Well, that's not necessary. I need to know how it performs with what I have on hand.
Well, true, but I mean, like, Ed was doing it so he knows what he's shooting, he knows how many shots he's fired out of the gun.
Well, no.
He knew all that stuff.
No, that wasn't Ed.
No?
No. Not that one. Not the one with the silly log.
Or, I mean, Holster. Sorry, Holster. Holster did it, so he had all that information. Not just what bullets were.
But if I turned you onto a channel, you'd sit and go, I never even thought about that. There's the gentleman that I know that has successfully shot a 2-foot by 2-foot steel plate from 5,700 and something yards with a 338 Lapua. That man has a log for every shot under every condition. That folder, like in that video, that would have had the humidity that day, the temperature that day, the wind speed that day, both the temperature and the humidity and wind speed at the location of the plate and where he was shooting from.
See, the problem is, I mean, that's awesome, but I'm not ever going to be that.
I mean, have you ever heard of a
great of a
annealing?
shooter.
A process for which that you prepare your brass. This is just if these long range shooters, and I think this guy might be ex something military. I don't know. He's if he's not, he's probably been recruited by the CIA since he put his YouTube channel up.
I'm looking at 100 yards. That's about as far as I shoot a deer. Now, if shit ever hits the fan and I got to go a little farther, yeah, I mean, I'll pop some shots anywhere off at 300 to 500 yards, but it doesn't mean I'm going to hit anything.
Hey, if we had the range, me and you'd go and I'd try to have all sorts of fun at 1,000 yards and on in. But
I got to get a little bit better scope too, though. Like the scopes, like my scope doesn't even come close to the one you have on your JP. I mean, we're talking not even like a tenth of it, probably.
the scope that you have doesn't even come close to the one that's on the 22.
Well, then, see, you know what I'm saying then.
But I have issues.
There you go.
I do have a few inexpensive scopes that, so far, have proven to be fairly cool.
They work for the guns I've got them on, and they work for the purpose I need them for. So that's why I'm like, well, why do I need to spend $1,000 to $2,000 on a scope?
Hell, the one that was on the Mosin Nagant was only a $600 scope, and that thing was rip-ass pretty damn cool. Unfortunately, we ended up needing another scope for the BMG 50, and that one ended up being, rest in peace, little buddy.
Yeah.
I think the best, actually the day of our shoot was probably, and I don't know why that was, the most that any scope has ever lasted on that rifle. And that scope that was on the BMG 50, that was purchased because it was listed in the top 10 highest rated
For big calibers.
low priced, or should I say reasonably priced scopes for a BMG 50.
Yeah.
And I don't know who these people are that have these. Maybe they have them on semi-auto BMG 50s and not bolt guns, because there's a significant difference between what is taking place when you squeeze the trigger on a semi-automatic versus a bolt. But boy, and it's always the same thing. The internal threading mechanism just has a catastrophic failure. Wherever the scope is at that moment in time,
That's where it stays.
is where it's forever.
No, see, if I was going to spend that kind of money on sights,
Ben N was first.
I would have to say I want either a thermoscope or an ACOG.
I keep getting this thing popping up on Facebook for the
One of those
the thermo.
cheap thermos.
Well, I don't know about cheap. They're $1,500.
I have to look to see, but you probably get the same one I got. I think that's pretty cheap for a thermoscope.
Well, I think it is, but it's still a lot of money for me right now.
Well,
But I would love to do up a 5.56 rifle strictly dedicated to nighttime adventures.
Same here. Same here. Medium barrel. I don't want a short, but I don't want like a crazy long barrel either.
I don't think it needs to.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I've got the long barrel with a decent.
I'd want just like a medium barrel.
I got a decent scope on
A
it.
nice 5.56.
That's the scope that you should probably have on your 308.
Which one?
The one that's on the 24-inch. The Crossfire from Vortex.
I looked at those. What are those? $400 right now?
Shit, you might even be able to even do better. No, I think they're even less. See, that one has been discontinued because it has the parallax on the end, and that's not cool anymore. You have to have the parallax on the side of the scope. So, if you want to focus it in, if you know you're going to be shooting at 100 yards, you just look up front. You turn the whole front turret, basically, or the front.
Well, I've got some moving around I need to do with my sights. But the problem is, I can't figure out what fucking plate I need for those Glocks. They're both the same. And they're not a standard Glock plate. Because if I can do that, I can take the red dot off of my MCK and put that on one of the pistols. And then I'm going to take one of my scopes that I've got, probably that over ridiculous huge scope I've got. I'd probably put that on there.
It's my money was second. I didn't say that.
Just saying.
Well, Clyde's in early, third, whiskey and revolution for all.
Did we get a pass? Shit, I'll do another whiskey, actually. We barely touch this stuff, but I can already tell you I'll do another one of these. Honestly, I like it. It's honestly, like you said, it feels cold. Like, it's like cold to your tongue. It is so smooth in the beginning.
I could have bought a bottle on Saturday, $120, but I had already dropped off my truck, and that gloom and doom was hanging over my shoulders.
Yeah.
Now, I can tell you what's wrong with it, or should I say, I can tell you the list of things that I've authorized to get done to it.
Well, I could tell you a list of things.
It was not the front differential.
You might as well just get a whole new truck. I mean, it's a Dodge you got. Sorry. Kidding, that was a low blow. Hey, it's rusty but trusty, I'll give you that.
Oh, the frame? There is like Sam said. Sam goes, there's actually no underproofing on that truck, but the frame doesn't even have a spot where you could even flex some metal off of it. Versus the Toyota. The Toyota was a piece of Swiss cheese. No, evidently I did not do any damage to my front differential. There must have been still some fluid in it. Rob is going to repair the seal that is leaking, and the front diff will stop leaking. There was nothing wrong with the transfer case. There was nothing wrong with the transmission. There was nothing wrong with the U-joints. It is a carrier bearing in the rear end.
Well, that's still really good, though, because you don't have to replace your transmission.
Oh, hell yeah. So right now, he found the CV
Yep.
shafts where they go into the transaxle were sloppy. He says, I detected a vibration.
So he's going to replace those?
And he goes, but typical Rob, typical Zen master of the swords and battle axes in my man cave, Rob goes, you could get some more mileage out of him. I'm like, Rob, you've already got the shit. Yes. So I told Rob to fix the seal on the front diff. I told Rob to replace the shafts going to the CV joints.
Yep.
And the carrier bearing, he did not feel comfortable because he has to be like very careful, and it has to be pressed in and out, and he doesn't have a press capable of all this. And he said, he goes, Eric, for you, I'll take a shot at it, but they're going to have the rear end of your truck apart and be inspecting. And he goes, my number one company is Driveline Specialties. And he goes, they're just down the road from me. He goes, I would rather have them do the work and do a full inspection of the rear end for you. So I said, Rob, if that's what you say, then I authorize you to move forward. And he goes, I'll get you a quote. And I'm like, well, either way, it has to get done.
He's a good mechanic. I mean, for a guy that's working out of his own garage, I've seen him build custom bikes, like from scratch.
Well,
I mean, he does a lot of crap in that garage.
Well, I heard a funny story last night. My sister was here, and she goes, you want to hear something that I personally thought I would never, ever hear? And I go, what? Bob. Well, he's not a husband. They have been dating since high school. They will die dating. My sister.
So her man friend.
Yeah, her man friend. Bob. Bob goes, yeah, I'm gonna have somebody put a new motor in my. He does scrapping, so he has a 3/4. My sister got him a 3/4 ton, a long box Ford, and he goes, I'm gonna have someone put a new motor in there, and my sister actually dropped what she was holding in her. She turns and she goes, this is a guy who has never ever paid anybody to do anything mechanical. Even if he doesn't have a clue how to do it, he'll go screw it up himself. So my sister goes, where's Bob? He goes, what are you talking about? He goes, where's the Bob I know? The Bob I know has replaced every motor and everything that we have ever owned. And he goes, I've heard that the motor swap in this particular Ford is kind of a pain in the ass, and I only trust one person, and that's Rob Kennedy. Yeah. And I looked at my sister and I go, Rob Kennedy, you're my guy? She goes, oh yeah. She goes, that's right. You know Rob. And I go, I graduated with Rob. I said, so here's a guy who has never ever been afraid to tackle anything, is going to actually have Rob replace the motor in his Ford for him.
Every time I used to see that guy, he was nothing but grease. Like, he looked like a black man because he would be so covered in grease.
I don't know what color Rob really is. Since high school, the man is always laying under a car.
Yeah.
And it's like,
even his clothes, you can see all he does is does this. I like him though. I used to deliver for him when I was in high school. I worked for Napa, and I would have to go up to his place all the time and bring him parts.
Oh, there's going to be a fair amount of people that are hearing this story know Rob, because Rob comes. Yeah. Rob. I have a great picture of Rob shooting his 3-inch 454 Casull, and all you see is this big fiery donut out the end of it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Rob's been one hell of a guy. There's one thing that Rob pisses me off endlessly though. When I bought my truck, I brought it up to him to go through a few things for me because Sam was busy, and he went down the list and refused to do half of what I asked. It's like, Eric, I see on here you want me to service your transmission. He goes, hey buddy, come over here a second. You see that? You know what that is?
What's good?
That's blood clear red fluid. Eric, pop quiz. Do you know what the best transmission color is?
Red.
Yeah, clear blood red. He goes, well, smell this.
He knows what he's doing. He's saving you some time and money.
And he said that was the first thing he ruled out when he took it for a ride. He goes, yeah, Eric, I took it for a ride, and he goes, your transmission is shifting like it was new. He goes, it's not the transmission. As a matter of fact, he took it for a test ride and told me that we might have to drive it till it fails because he didn't know what it is. And then I gave him one clue. Make sure the window is rolled up, not down. The sound is transferring through the body and not coming through the air. I said, roll the window up, come down a grade, get past your house on Jean Duluth, get it up to like 55 miles an hour, and then dump it. Well, get it up to like 40 miles an hour and dump it in the second gear. And he goes, as soon as I put it in second gear, I could hear womp, 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 womp. And then he went home, he put it up on the rack, and he said that he ran it up to 55 miles an hour, put it in neutral and killed the engine, and hopped out of the truck and walked around. And he goes, I went straight to the rear end. He goes, he goes, I think it's I'm almost positive that the carrier bearing in the rear diff is gone.
Yeah.
You need to have the rear diff needs to be rebuilt. Either way, that is not the price of a transmission.
Yep. No, absolutely. No, I like
you know what that means.
Up until last year, I didn't even know you guys knew each other, and I even see some of your pictures, but I've just never put the two together.
Yeah. Want to go through the Shootapalooza pictures with Rob standing there? Rob's awesome. Rob is that guy. If the world turns upside down, I know we will be calling each other.
I was gonna say I want to be in on his party. He's gonna be able to make sure shit runs, and he's got a cool attitude.
And then if you know Rob like me, Rob is just like the scene in The Fifth Element. Here's Rob. Someone comes up to Rob and goes, man, we need you to go over there and negotiate. I got this. Bam, 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 bam! Who else wants to negotiate?
I was wondering what scene we're even talking about here, but okay.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I'll do it. Kills everybody. Who else wants to negotiate? Yeah, that's Rob. You know, the thing is, you know, he's kind of like a teddy bear.
He was always cool to me, but
steroids or something.
He was always cool to me, but I heard he'd fucking yell on the phone at people.
Oh, he cannot deal with stupidity. Wow, hour in, fourth.
Hour in? We're not an hour, probably. I don't know. Oh, 35 minutes.
Cheapo gun guy, next to last. What do you mean? You're like fifth.
You want a refill?
Yes, please. I like that. I like that a lot.
I know, I do too. That's why I figured.
Smile money.
There you go. Is that enough?
Diversity. I say variety. Is that enough? Wow, he likes it too.
I'm going stingy on your ass.
Eric.
That's not even a quarter of a shot.
Eric, I'm gonna need $10 for every 2 shots.
I'm probably gonna need like. Oh, that's not right because you got more than me now.
Good God.
All right, I don't care. Well, after the last beer I had that I had to throw, and I'll just get a little more whiskey. Carry on. Sorry.
J-Dog's here at home. Oh, should have done a brew review. Oh, I couldn't do a brew review yesterday. I need to do a Tuesday brew review with J-Dog. We're going to review Budweiser Apple.
That don't even sound right.
But you don't like fruity shit. Or sours.
I could actually handle an apple. I've done some ciders, but you know what? That just doesn't even sound good. Because that beer sucks. And then you're putting it with apple.
Here's the thing.
And apple's one of my least favorite.
Apple, Crown, and Peach Crown.
Oh, Peach Crown's actually not too bad.
Peach Crown's pretty good.
Yeah.
The apple tastes like some kind of science project went bad.
When that first came out, my buddy got some. He had to go out of state to get it. You know how much that stuff cost when it first came out?
No.
Over like $100 a bottle. I'm not even joking.
Jesus Christ.
Because me and my sister were just talking about it. He had to special order it or he had to go out of state to grab it.
Oh, by the way, you might want to let her know. Jerry, he's real interested.
Yeah. How interested? Do you want to suck my nuts first?
He said let Danielle know he's on the market.
Oh, okay. I'll pass that message along as soon as he sucks my nuts.
I don't know what Jerry's upset. Well, your sister's not ugly.
She got big titties.
Well,
let's be honest. Half the people probably have seen her.
Some may say too big. I mean, I'm up for a challenge, but I know people that if your sister chopped her tit in half, it's still double what they. No, you know what I like about your sister is
she's pretty cool.
She's got attitude, and then I was like someone.
She only got attitude because she's got to deal with my ass. I
mean, I like people that you can tell that can handle their own. If you know, like for instance, if you walked up to Danielle and went, "Boo!" she'd probably punch you right in her face. Versus somebody that would, you know, she's always got. She's cool. She's great attitude. But yeah, Jerry's. Jerry,
and she's trained well because she's lived with me for a long time. And we've lived together.
Jerry's trying to convince me that on September 18th, when we leave to go to Maine, we will be going to Jerry's.
So he wants to.
He's like, you should talk to Matt, see if Danielle can come with for the trip.
You know what? She probably could. I don't think she'll want to.
I mean, Jerry was wondering if she was like, look.
Well, she works from home, so she can literally pretty much go anywhere she wants whenever. She just has to have internet access.
Well, I've seen the video, so I know Jerry has internet access. Rich Huff says, cheers all.
Wow.
EMT Rail fan, 6th again. Clyde, congrats, Sharky. Glad you won. Well, what difference does it make? There's only 2 of you that played the last round, and both of you gave the gun to the Justins. Now, bug out bag. I don't know if it can be visibly seen right now. I'm going to ask you, because I actually have mixed feelings. My Boy Scout bag is not growing as fast due to the Justin bag right now.
Yeah,
but Jay would understand.
Yeah, understandable.
Boy Scouts or Justin bag?
How about my back pocket, and I'll go buy a replacement of a different kind. That'll work just the same, just not be nearly as cool.
That works.
Hey, by the way, I gotta put a comment in because I know I said something on here the other day that offended someone, and I know I do that every time, but this in particular...
Wow, really? Do we have actually time to go back for every time you've offended somebody?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. But, you know, it's my good buddy who happens to be an author, if we don't know who I'm talking about.
No, I'm not quite sure. Who are you talking about?
That son of a bitch said he's going to go take the batteries out of my grandma's TV controller. I tell you what, the only problem with that is she ain't even going to know. She's going to fucking holler, Matt, this shit ain't working again. Fix the TV.
Matt!
I mean, it's a great idea. I'd rather you take the batteries out of her car, though, so she can't drive, or the battery out of the car, instead of batteries out of the TV controller. Just saying. That's what Christine was laughing about when I was coming down here. You heard her cackling. We were talking about good old Dave.
You know, I've noticed,
Yeah, just leave mine in the can.
I've noticed, he was a little butthurt.
He's a little butthurt. Hey, my grandma has read all his books, and she doesn't really complain at all, other than, and I've told him, he's got a dirty mouth.
You know, if we had time, you know, and if this was like a Saturday and not like a school night and I don't have time for all this shit, right here would be
call
Dave? No, it'd be a funny place to put a little ad in where we could pretend we're Dave, you know.
Oh, I got a picture of him trying to run out of ink on his porch.
No, I mean, we'll take my my shooting mat and lay it out somewhere, and then, you know, what I need is a picture of Dave in the brush somewhere with my JP, pretending he's like aiming at your grandma's front window.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how much I like that, but
all you hear is Dave going, "Come on, Grandma, poke your head out, poke your head out. Oh yeah, who's the better author now, huh?"
It'd be more like Squirrel, get the fuck out of the way. We got squirrels all over the goddamn front porch because she keeps feeding them bitches.
Jesus.
Do you see how many raspberries they've eaten? They're littered.
Oh, Christine's going to be pissed.
They're littered across. No, I started pouring a bunch of pepper out there.
She wanted to take you up on the being able to raid the raspberries.
Yeah, the squirrels are getting them. Why do you think I'm chasing them down with the BB gun? And she was yelling, "Run, squirrel, run! He's coming for the gun!" There's a reason. They literally have probably eaten a third of my bush already. I'm not even joking.
So Turkey said, "Thanks, Clyde." Smile Money. You buy a knife when you already have knives you will never use. It's really a good deal, or it's a disease. Hey, wait till you see it.
This is one thing I gotta agree with Smile Money on.
Oh, wait till you see this knife. It's
awesome. A lot of the knives are awesome, though, and you're still never gonna use them all.
But this one, hey, I've been rotating shit that I swore I'd never carry.
You got like probably what, 5 knives on you right now? I seen your pocket dump.
Well, I swapped the.
That's a nice one, though.
I swapped the other
one. Nice
one.
Small one.
The other one with the metal.
Yep.
Why am I drawing a blank right now? Starts with a D.
I don't care what the names are.
I swapped that for this badass.
That one is. I looked at that. That one is nice. It's got a nice big heavy duty blade on it. Sharp. It's got a good curve to it. But I think honestly, the other one was probably better because, well, if you're out in the wilderness, that'd be great. But that one's a little big. A little bigger than I would want. Bulky for city use.
One of the things in this month's battle box is a oil specifically made for knife people. now I don't really know what the difference is. I'd have to go look it up. I keep forgetting this though, guys.
I'm guessing gun oil would work probably just as well.
It's red. It kind of looks like transmission fluid, but Battle Box. I keep forgetting, which if I get dumped from working for them, it won't surprise me because I forget simple shit. But you can actually use the code EBOMI for your first purchase and for signing up for Battle Box in the first place. Because you can go to their store and you can, if you go, oh, I really like that knife and I really want the knife from last month. Yeah, you're gonna pay more than you would have if you just bought the damn box. But yeah, so you can use the code EBOMI, all capitals, and you get 10% off on shit. And I don't know if I've ever said anything about that. But
what was the last month? Was that a good knife or a bad knife? Because one of these days maybe I'll order a month, and I always know it seems like every other month, or at least whenever. Was it Joey?
This is from yesterday or 2 days ago now.
Oh damn! I swear to you, I thought you got those once a month. You get them every 2 weeks.
Oh, it's once a month. So it's a great big poncho / like mini sleeping bag, but it's like, believe it or not, the case that you see.
It'd be a nice pillow too.
That case that the thing that you think it's in.
Yeah, that's a poncho.
It's actually part of the frickin' poncho.
Yeah.
It folds all. When I folded it out, I actually lost this. I was like, where did the thingy go?
It's like the hood or something.
But there's the knife. And it's pretty badass because it's from my favorite company. I was
going to say, I know you like this. This is going to be hanging around your neck real soon.
I already lost it.
What do you mean? Oh, because you gave it away?
That's from Tops.
Yeah. Probably
my favorite knife maker. And another person in this house said, I would actually carry that Scout, Carrie. She goes, I'd actually carry that knife. And I'm like,
well, it's very small. It's very small, and I like the handle aspect of it. No, the problem is I don't know what's the.
That's right there.
Well, I put it in the first one and it didn't
snap. But you could take this shit off and make it a neck knife. Easily make it a neck knife.
Well, that's what I figured. That's what you would do.
I would.
That's nice.
But Christine's like going. She goes. Isn't this made to go on your belt? I said, yeah, it's actually made to go.
Across.
You can
across, so it's.
You put it on your. You could even, have it wherever you want. She goes. That's one of the first knives that you have handed me that just felt like it was made for me. And she goes, that is badass. And she goes, Tops? Isn't this like one of your favorites? I go, yeah.
You're already putting your head down.
And I'm like, oh shit, I lost that one, didn't I?
You know what you should do? Hopefully BattleBox doesn't watch your videos here. Call BattleBox, hey, I didn't get the knife of the month.
There's nothing in the box.
Doo-doo-doo.
Tops is one of my favorite knife makers. They're just shit is badass. Yeah, that's fine, man. I had another person that I actually thought about. Someone who just recently told me they were looking for a good neck knife, and I was like, when then I saw that one, I'm like, oh.
I'll give you my old one. I think I know who you're talking about. Talked about it the last time I was here for a review.
Thing is, though, is the Tops that I carry, I like the one that I carry more than that one.
See, I like that one has the round edge on the back, but I like the blade on the one on your neck better, if that makes sense.
No. I agree.
That one fits really well in the hand, but I like the blade a lot better on that one.
The other one I really like, which they probably make the sheath for it, I did not get it with it, is that Izula, the one that I ordered, or maybe I did, maybe I have a package around here somewhere. J-Dog could be going, you dumbass, they sent you the sheath to use it as a neck knife. Because they sent it skeletonized, and then they also sent the scales so you could put it together to give it an actual handle. And no matter what, I have had, actually this company, Real Steel, I had a neck knife from them that was skeletonized. So there was no grips on it, just the frame. there.
I like this one too, but I don't like such a blunt nose.
Well, it's meant for prying.
I get that, but
It's kind of exclusively sold as a like a first responder's knife.
I get that, but if you really want to skin something, especially, like...
A wiener.
No, when you're out in the woods and you got to do some hunting, for survival, it'd be a lot tougher to get under that skin.
Harmarsh told Smile Money he did a nice pocket dump, and Sharky said yes.
Hold on, who did a nice pocket dump?
Smile Money. I tagged him.
I know you did. I told you to tag him.
He did it.
I didn't see that, though. I'll have to look it up.
The problem is he showed everything but a firearm because he's actually waiting for his permit. The renewal process out there is
pretty gay.
Loco Loco. Nope, no phone yet. It says it's available for pickup. I guess the lazy ass postman didn't want to walk to my door. What? Poco Loco, you can't buy back something you never owned in the first place. Yeah, our
That's
firearms.
True. Yeah, that's very true.
Buyback program? Yeah, fuck you. You never owned it, you pieces of shit. Poco Loco, bacon contains a foundation of testosterone?
The foundation for testosterone. I do love myself bacon.
Eltenda, Joey Pitchbomi.
Pescabomi. Damn, that whiskey really messed you up?
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't pronounce a made-up fucking name, Matt. They pulled the thumbnail, said it was nudity. I appealed it. They said, yeah, it's nudity. So I'll just use her again on this one.
By the way, I don't know if I said this earlier. I was talking to you before the show, I think, but if anyone buys the Freedom phone,
that's nudity. That's what they are saying is nudity. A girl in a fucking swimsuit.
I can see that down at any hotel I go to. Well, I mean, maybe not that nice looking, but I can see that and probably more than what I want to see at most hotels.
Yeah. YouTube? That's nudity. Really? Why don't we go watch a video of some chick shaving her fucking vag, you idiots? Oh. Hey, let's do a search for nude yoga on YouTube.
Alright, just calm your tits. I know you can see it.
Huh, yeah, let's, yeah. Well, I bet you the girl doing the nude yoga isn't wearing... Oh, there's a dude. Forget about it.
I'm glad that popped up first. Maybe it'll stop you. Oh, shit.
I think I'm just going to have to go back to saying the stuff I normally used to say.
Fuck YouTube.
It's like, nudity. Really? What is fucking nudity to stupid people?
Hey,
no,
we were all born nude.
Poco Loco. You will own nothing and you'll be happy. Clyde, F6.
That motherfucker's on, dude. You got your number. Miss.
Poco Loco.
He's sunk a lot of ships, though.
A company takes John and Jane,
does and dissolves them into goop. The goop is then used to fertilize crops. The plants are then used to make meat substitute.
Is it green? Harmarsh. Hey, it's Brubomi Pesci in Casino. Miss 27, Brubomi is a good actor.
Pesci or Pesky? Looks like Pesky if you ask me.
Pet Ricci. Harmarsh, top 15. Oh yeah. Well, if you have a goal, it's always good. Poco Loco, in order to build back better, the left wants Americans to reject red meat.
Well, that's alright. I cook my meat. It's usually never red.
Yeah, mine's usually a slight...
Maybe a pinkish?
Yeah, pinkish. Like red mist. Marsh, I got notifications for most of the EDC pocket dumps, but not Smile Money. And I'm subbed with notifications on. So am I. I still go through my feed. Nothing for Smile Money and nothing for Gunwild.
Well, like I said, I've never seen Smile Monies. I mean, I don't think I'm even friends with them, but I mean, through all the other stuff, I figured I'd get a video of it. I was the one that called the asshole out.
Cobra says hello. Hi Marsh, congratulations, Sharky. Sharky says fuck. No, always says against all odds.
I like how you did that there.
But, well, let's see. Sharky had 1 name in the hat. Clyde had 4. And I jokingly said, the odds are way against you. Reached in and pulled him out.
That's what I'm saying. Clyde is just... Oh, man. Either he's the only one that calls in numbers or frickin' he's on your shit because he's just sinking them.
Miss 27, 25th. Miss 27, professional intro bomie. Miss 27, nice intro babe. Miss 27, nice brew babe. Oh, the intro babe is nudity. Hope you enjoyed it.
Hey, do me a favor. If you're going to put me on an intro today, not like the intro babe, but if you're going to put me on one of those intro videos, do not make me one of those ugly looking bitches again.
You don't like being Courtney?
No.
Miss 27, beer in the Brew Bummy studio, also nice. Miss 27, big cans are nice. Miss 27, no whiskey guy. Nope, not so far. Miss 27, nice Brew Bummy brew glass.
Damn, we still got a lot to read.
Gunwild, shitter sign is from me. I told you when I called into Locked and Loaded she would be receiving a package from me on Monday. But I guess you were too drunk to remember.
That happens.
When did you call me?
I thought your wife was talking to us. She goes, at least you two are going someplace. Like, where the hell are we going?
JP reporting in a sub-comment with a smiley face. Stay the fuck out of this, JP. It's not funny. And Zeus says laugh out loud. Fuck him too. Cobra says J8. Is a miss. Matt Davis. Good, someone else is playing. Says B7. Ooh. Oh.
You know what?
What?
I really liked how you had all the ships stacked on top of one another. I would have said you should play it that way. Because then, you still mark everything that goes, but once one blows up, you still get that, because they won't call out the same number twice. Man, you would...
Hey, be like, it's a hit, it's a hit, it's a hit, it's a hit, it's a miss. Or it's already sunk or something.
Well, you wouldn't sink all the ships with that, just the top layer.
B7 is a hit. 6 misses before the first hit.
You're doing good.
JP reporting in for the Shark ZF6 channel.
You did put a red one up. I didn't see you.
Man, I just realized how fucked up folks from the Great Lakes area are. You have no idea. Did you actually see what our mayor said?
Oh, she's not going to fix the potholes?
There's no reason to fix the potholes because they'll get filled in when it snows.
How about we take out the fucking bike paths too?
Oh my God. You are a special kind of fucking retard, Emily Larson. You don't need to fill in those potholes.
Guess what?
The snow will do that.
You still feel them in the winter, bitch.
My. Yet, retards. Sorry. I know some retards, and they're a hell of a lot smarter than the liberal Democrat voter. Sorry about that. Meant no offense. These libtard Democrat voters I know people that voted for this bitch twice, who complain about the roads and say, oh, we're spending all this money on bike trails, and oh, anywhere where tourists go are sure upkept. But the rest of us get screwed, Emily Larson, you worthless twat waffle.
So, what's really kind of funny about that? Remember 2 years ago? Actually, I'm sure you do, because you hopped on my sled. I said go tour for a round for the block, and you're fucking like, woo! woo, right past my house. My grandma yelled at me for like driving 90 miles an hour down the road. I'm like, that wasn't me, that was Eric. Yeah, that year they complained when we had that huge snowstorm and everyone was driving snowmobiles on the road. Well, A, it's legal. When cars cannot drive on the roads because there's so much snow, you can legally drive on the snowmobiles. That's why it's taken us so long, because there's so many snowmobiles driving on the road. It's tougher to plow. Guess what, bitch? Anytime we get snow, I'm going on the road. If you aren't going to fix the potholes, I don't care. I'll fucking drive down the freeway on my sled.
How can they blame a snowmobile? Here's what the problem was. You waited 5 days to plow in front of our house. We gave up on waiting, and people just started driving over it. It got packed down.
Ramming like 7-foot banks. And when I mean 7-foot banks, literally people were trying to go over 7-foot banks, and a lot of them got stuck. I was watching people teeter-totter, and they had to get the plow trucks.
No, I made it out of the alley.
Or no, the tow trucks. They get the tow trucks, and the tow trucks got stuck coming up trying to pull them out.
I made it out of our alley. It was actually cleared that night, and in the time that I got my truck out of its parking spot, I couldn't go that way. I had to go towards Kathy's. I watched the plow go by, and it went from a 2-foot drift to like a 6-foot drift. And I know this was a bad thing with a Toyota with a questionable frame. I just put it in 4-wheel high and floored it back at my garage, past Michelle's garage, past your garage, and when I hit that thing, it was like I was lighting up the trees over the top of that house, and I landed out in the street.
All I can think of is the movie Toy Story. To infinity and beyond.
What? No shit.
Fucking
It's
jump
like,
up and go crashing down.
You know,
Oh.
Emily Larson, you blue waffle eater. People had to get to work. We had to get to work. And then this whole, when they finally did plow our streets, my God, they had a grader, a snow plow, and one of the big case loaders. And that thing would go along and it'd go wham, like it hit the curb. It was hitting packed snow because they waited 5 days. And we finally just had to drive.
Well, people were driving, and I was on my sled. Don't get me wrong. I was doing fast treks around this fucking neighborhood. I think I was driving up to Proctor. I guarantee you. No, I was driving up to Proctor on the road. What does it matter?
Shark says, looks like a shot to the big cans. I like big cans.
I cannot lie.
Shark again, yeah. I've been on that boat, and I can say you and me both the best right on. I guess I'm going with right on, because I don't even know what the hell I said that we were on the boat. Mr. Markback 85, another great beer from Warrior Brewing. Excellent. And I can't say indeed it is, because that is a local brewery. Indeed. Agreed? So good.
I'm guessing you must have done that, this one?
The Valkyrie.
Yeah. Well, I only had one sip, and it looked like there was a big old shit and a fucking huge bug in it. I did not like it. I mean, I'm disgusted and wanted to puke after I tried to sip, but honestly, I did still taste it, and that's not me. I don't.
I like the Valkyrie more than the Patriot. And
What?
And the Patriot is probably one of the better IPAs I've had.
Oh, Patriot. I like the Patriot. I don't like the Valkyrie.
And the
It tasted too much like a Bud Light. Maybe a honey drop in it or something. Not taste good to me.
evidently that bug shit was bad because I don't know.
Well, I was ready to puke after I noticed. As soon as I put my lips to it, I'm like, oh, this shit's already in my mouth now.
Zeus, the S20 has to be better. More battery and higher screen refresh rates are 2. Nah, I'm rocking the S20.
I just read the next comment. Gunwild. I don't necessarily get. I give. I'm a giver.
Please hold.
Well, a mural of George Floyd here in Toledo is no longer standing tonight. It collapsed this afternoon, 1 year after it was painted on the side of an old bar. New tonight, 13 ABC's Josh Coop is there live with what caused it to crumble and the reaction from the neighborhood there. Josh?
Someone hit it with a truck.
It's something that catches your eye. It's something that just reminds you of just the north end of Toledo.
Please.
Mitchell runs by this part of
Let's
Summit
see it.
Street,
Is
the
that was
intersection
big.
of LaGrange all the time. When he gets here, he knows he's home. But instead of this catching his eye Tuesday, it was this. The George Floyd mural, painted
like
on the
that.
side of the old Mugshots bar, crumbled into a pile of broken
It looks like
bricks.
someone pulled a bunch of steel beams, they tied them into the wall, and they drove off and ripped that whole fucking wall down.
I'll tell you what that sign is, y'all. That's a sign, like Jeremy says, that's a sign from God. Just the face of George Floyd in the middle of all that fell off the building. Good. Let's stop pushing the narrative that somehow this piece of shit, felon, woman-beating, drug-using, selling drugs to our kids, is somehow we need to remember him? Yeah, I remember him. I'll put a mural in my toilet so when I take a piss and a shit, I can put it on his face.
Cheers to that.
God.
You know, I do get like how they want to take down some of the Confederate, army statues and shit because, yeah, they were, going for the wrong thing. I can see how people are offended. But now you want to put up George Floyd like that's any better? That is horrible too.
Problem is, these people are still idiots. They're pulling down statues that have absolutely nothing to do.
Oh, they're actually pulling down statues that were people in their favor.
It's like, oh, let's just pull this down. Oh yeah.
He must have been bad. He's white.
He was a white guy. You should pull that down.
Go
back to the back of the bus, and you can't drink from the fountain because that's how stupid you are.
I seen the one that just pulled down recently, and it was one of the white guys that started like a school for education for black kids when they weren't even allowing like black people to be educated.
See, that's just more proof
Or
that
no,
black...
he didn't get pulled down.
It's just
They
more
were
proof.
defacing him.
It's just more proof that black people, a majority of them, are uneducated because it's the Democratic Party that put them in chains. It's the Democratic Party that wanted to keep them in chains,
and
then
they
the
still
Democratic
They're
Party,
brainwashing the fuck out of them.
the Democratic Party lies and tells them exactly what they want to hear, and then they
Master. Yes, master. I'll do what you want.
They are listening to their own prison guards. Gunwild. Does Matt's butt get as much love as Joey's butt? Asking for a friend.
No.
Shark again. I thought it was a package of tidy whities. Oh, that must be the flag. Gunwild. Oh my God, more people playing.
G9. That, sir, is a hit.
See, maybe it was better when the regulars just played because the rest of you are screwing this all up for me. That's it.
Just think, you used to take a shot for every one of these.
Yeah. Maybe.
Whiskey night would be real bad.
Oh, unfortunately, as of this moment in time, a phone that actually was pretty damn cool, but I still have it, is the Pixel 4. That has been temporarily reassigned to nothing. I have the de-Googled phone, which is the Pixel 3. And last night, my sister was over for dinner, and let's just say that I personally believe, hopefully she never watches this, my sister is a very wonderful person, and I'm glad that we get along and talk, and we're able to give each other shit back and forth. And I agree with Christine. We need to get together with Pam at least once a month and have dinner and a good time. And I asked her something about her phone, and she also carries two phones. She has to have her work phone, and she goes, "I really like my work phone." I go, "Well, what the hell's your work phone?" And I believe that is a Samsung Galaxy. It was, I think it's an S9, And I'm like, wow, so you haven't had this phone all that long. Good job on them giving you the latest, greatest.
New stuff, yeah.
9. We got an S21. There's a lot of numbers in between there. But so then she goes, well, it works a hell of a lot better in my phone. And she hands me her phone, and like months ago, it fell. It fell out of her hand and landed face first on the display. I have never seen a display as busted up yet still work as hers.
It's got the spider web.
It is completely shot, and I decided to do my sister right.
Big brother thing.
I hooked her up with what I thought was the best phone that I had, meeting the requirements for what she wanted right now, and I programmed and gave her the One Plus.
What I said, hey, I got this.
Yeah, rock.
This is total memory lane for me. They sent it to me because I made such a big deal of wanting one of these, but here I'm gonna be the big brother.
I want you to have
I'm
it.
gonna give this to you.
No, I transferred all of her shit and her contacts and her pictures and everything into the One Plus.
Good for you. You're such a guy.
Christine's looking at me going, wasn't that the one that you wanted as a fallback? I go,
yep.
That was probably the best phone that has mysteriously showed up here, except for it did not have wireless charging. I don't know if I could have given it to my sister if it would have been the wireless charging. Now, this...
I got wireless charging. I didn't even know that I had it. I just ran out of battery down at the bar, and they have a couple charging docks, so I threw it on there. Shit started lighting up. All right.
Nice. So, my sister is pretty happy. She's like, oh my god. And it's like, and of course I had 2 cases for it because NIHAP sent me 1 case. I bought another case with some glass screen protectors, so I gave her the whole shooting mat. Well, what the hell? It only works for that phone.
I suppose, yeah.
So, she was...
she left a happy camper.
She was pretty happy.
Did you at least tell her next time she's buying and making dinner?
Hey, she showed up with alcohol, salads, vegetables.
Hey, you got me at the alcohol. All right. Well,
you want to know? She made a stop at Woodland. She made a stop at Woodland Liquor.
She should have called you beforehand, though, if she ever goes there.
And
there's a lot of stuff we could get from there.
I just want to put this out there. She said to the owner, or whoever was at the counter, I want your baddest ass, darkest shit beer. And she goes, well, that's just what I call it. I want, what is your best dark beer that you have here right now?
I think I seen this actually, and it was not cheap. Actually, I guarantee you I seen it, but I can't remember the price. I guarantee. Well, how much would she get? 1 beer? Is it 1 beer?
It's a 4-pack.
Oh, it was a 4-pack? So I'm gonna guess $26 or $30 minimum.
She didn't even know because she bought. It
was like 20. It was 26 or $30 plus because I know I seen that. I looked at that last time I went up there, and then remember what I do? I bought a couple individuals or something.
You should have popped one of these open.
I didn't buy it though.
No, I mean you should have popped one of these open because this was the 4-pack that Miles bought to review, and then my sister gave me another 4-pack.
I didn't know Miles got that for you.
Did you watch the review? We reviewed this.
When Miles on, I don't watch. I deal with him enough. Actually, no. I tell you what, since he's got his new bike and he's getting some honey, me and him been getting along like 2 peas in a pod. He just gave me a 6-pack today. Okay. Still makes me feel weird every time, though.
Get a clean glass, not that bug glass.
Dude, look at that. It's still hanging there, but now it's like crawling up. That shit. It's stuck. Ugh. That's like a mouse turd or something, dude.
I don't want to sway your rating and tell you what I gave this.
Well, I tell you what, I already see a 12, so it's probably going to be pretty decent, unless it tastes like ass. Of course, to some people, that might still be a good rating.
This, I have not had its equal. We have
That could be good or bad.
We have reviewed a lot of Imperial Stouts.
Yeah.
Not a single one with the profile that this has.
Well, I'm not going to do a flashlight test, but it looks damn dark.
It doesn't make it through.
Well, I'm saying it looks damn dark.
That doesn't make it through.
No, it's a stout.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess it makes sense. I'm not getting a whole lot of smell off of it.
Before we end up down here at midnight.
Keep reading. Yep.
Gunwild again. Hoary Sheet Miles is still wearing the Milwaukee shirt. Do you have a Febreze the basement after he leaves? What size shirt does he wear? I'll send him a Makita shirt as a joke. Oh my god.
That would be fucking hilarious. He probably
a
has about
3XL?
He probably has about 10 Milwaukees. 3XL? He's not that big.
I love the 3XL. I ordered 3XL as my work shirts, so
I would say
this is a 2.
But
This is a 2XL.
Miles is a little bit smaller than you, isn't he?
Have you seen? Do you need a what? I'm gonna muzzle sweep him, and then have a negligent discharge.
Hey, guess what? I know this one's loaded too, so watch what you say before you leave guns around.
No, Miles is bigger than me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I know he's taller.
He's. I mean, if you look at the when he does the profile, it's like
I had to go to my physical yesterday.
just a 3XL. He let him be comfortable.
I had to go to my physical yesterday, my drug test, all that stuff.
I bet you he doesn't wear it. I bet you money doesn't wear it. Yeah.
It was really bad. First thing
They didn't have any drugs for you at the test?
First thing they had me do is stand on the scale. Holy fuck! I'm 25 pounds up from a year ago.
It's like
I mean, it's probably right there.
207.
200. 200.8. 200.8. I was 175. Well then, I did all my other stuff, whatever, and I'm doing my testings, and I'm passing everything just fine. Well then they get to the lifting test, and they have me lift 50 pounds up to like my chest and put it on a shelf, right? No problem, I did that, but I'm already starting to get a little sweaty. It's 85 degrees out, so I do that, whatever. They're checking my heart rate every different time. Then they go 70 pounds. I have to lift it 76 inches and stick it on a shelf. Dude, that's like over my head.
75 pounds?
No, 70 pounds.
Well, that's like throwing your son up there.
Yeah. So I gotta do that 6 times. Take it down, put it back up. Take it down, put it back up. It's like, Jesus Christ, this is fucking weightlifting here, boss. I'm starting to sweat like good. They take my blood pressure again. And he goes, yeah, I'm just checking to make sure your heart's not going to explode when you're at work. And I'm like, are you sure? I feel like it already has. He goes, nope, you're good. I see him writing it down. It's 138. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm going. My heart's going pretty good. So then the next test they had me do, I had to sit and shovel rocks, like decent rocks. I said, how many scoops do you want? He goes, no, this isn't scooped. You got to do it for 3 minutes straight. Well, I mean, not a big deal. I've fucking shoveled for hours straight, but still. Holy Christ, I couldn't believe these tests they had me doing. I told the doctor, like, I think I'm dying. He goes, clip. No, you're alright. Son of a bitch. He goes, and then I'm done with everything, and I'm sweating balls, and I'm like, man, I can't even breathe with this fucking mask on, because the whole time I was there, I had to wear this mask. He's like, oh yeah, I probably could have had you take that mask off. I didn't think about that. Are you fucking kidding me, asshole? This whole time I'm sitting here, I can't fucking breathe? Yeah, well, I passed though. So it means I should be starting probably Monday, actually. Got all you fucking haters out there. Monday. I hope not. I hope they push it back one more week. We'll get a little extra fishing time in. Today was shitty. Gunwild? Tell you what, if you do that, I'll even go 50s on it with you. That's hilarious.
McLean, 5179. McLean. I was texting him yesterday. Clyde always says the right things. I think I'm falling for him. Good God.
Hey, don't get him off my back. I would love that.
McLean, my mud room is hardwood floor, Miles. Jealous much? McLean, Jay's right on. The new Blade Runner was terrible. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know what this is. I was thinking this is
It's
like
a-
a. Is this like a fleshlight for when you're lonely?
It's a paracord dispenser. But you have to load it.
That's stupid as hell.
Like, you have to... It's supposed to be tangle free, so you like somehow have to. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Steve, wow, you said Smile Money did an EDC vid and I never saw it. I wasn't subbed. Stupid ass YouTube.
I agree. Hobson Led. Eric's gonna have to send us both one because I want to see that one too.
Steve, I just broke my Artistan Caro today. It's trash. Sorry, Eric. That's the knife I just bought. Steve, just kidding.
Oh, I
App.
see what he did there.
Asshole. Steve, shit. If Warrior Brewing wants another video opinion,
Let me know. How about we get in on it first and then we'll.
well, it'd probably be good. I'll talk to them.
Well, yeah, no, I mean more people that are sponsoring or promoting
especially getting it out of the Northland.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Nobody here that's hearing me say this is going to be able to buy it. Except for you, J-Dog. Wade. Biden was installed, not elected. Miles still wearing the same shirt?
All right, now here's the thing. He doesn't wear it every day. He wears it a lot, but he is the huge Milwaukee guy. For how many tools he has from them, he probably does have like 5 of those bitches.
Unless I actually did a little dash when he's
That's
not
what
looking.
That's what I'm saying. He probably has like 5 of them bitches. He's a big Milwaukee guy.
Well, for instance, me. We were just talking about this. I bought 3 XL gray shirts that I have for work. I hate binding. I bought 3 of them, and then I already had 2 of them. So if you see me at work, you'd be like going, Eric wore that gray shirt yesterday, but it wasn't the same shirt.
Oh, when I was in my 20s, I had the same shirt on every day, and it wasn't the same. I had a couple of those 3-packs. It was the Hanes gray. We did talk about it. The Hanes dark gray with the pocket tee. I had probably 10 of those, 10, 12 of those shirts. I'd wear them every day.
Brad says, big cans. Hell
Yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, Brad. Brad, another damn phone? Now you're up to 75 phones.
Agreed. Well, 74. He just gave one to his sis.
I gave one away.
Scotsman. I'm already on it. Whiskey?
I'm still waiting for a bunch of you to all go together and get me the dream phone right now. The OnePlus 9 Pro. And then we can just be done with this. But I don't want, and I will not spend $1,100 on a phone.
I completely agree. Well, no, because I pretty much have.
Oh, I purchased my Note. My Note was $950 at Best Buy.
I got the what was the iPhone X, and that was probably $1,100 when I got it.
But
now it's smashed and sitting in a drawer.
Just like NIHAP has been trying to prove with whiskey, that price isn't always the option. I have to say right now, if I wanted the latest greatest, I'd probably go buy on a budget, not my dream phone. If I won the lottery, I'm gonna get the OnePlus 9 Pro. Period. But on a budget, I'm probably gonna go buy the Pixel 5 XL.
Now, see, if you're on a budget and you like Apple like I do, I could go out and get the brand new phone, which that's what I did back in the day, and, well, not back in the day, when I got my 10, whatever it was. Well, that fucking shattered, and they said it was supposed to have the best glass. Well, here's the problem. Not only the front screen shattered, the back is also made of glass, and that shattered. So I ended up going out and buying an Apple SE, which is the phone I have right now. It's the new updated SE. It's the 2020 SE. So this was like $400-500. fixing my phone was like $400 or $500, so I went and just bought a new phone. And to be honest, I don't notice much of a difference in all, other than screen size. And
Well,
the 10 phone X was actually too big in my pocket. I didn't like it, especially when you put a cover on it or a case. So that way he was right. Money is not always better.
now I learned something with this phone. This is the S20 FE, and I was like,
Not the SE, it's the FE.
what the F is the FE? Well, this is like the generic. It was about $400 less than the flagship S20. And what they did to save you money is it does not have a glass display. It's a polycarbonate display. In a way, I'd think that'd be more durable.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot less advanced camera
Cameras.
system in it
Yeah.
than the other S20. Now, so I'm thinking, okay, so that's like the fucked edition. I got the S20 FE fucked edition,
Yeah,
but statistically,
it's not.
it has a much bigger battery, and it's actually, I think it's even a little bit bigger phone.
So the camera is basically just not as high end.
It has a digital zoom where the other one had a more advanced camera in it.
That's literally all the Apple difference is with the one I bought and the SE that I got last. Like, yeah, one is double the price, and the only difference is, it mostly is all cameras. There is a couple small differences. I think one is like the processor is 1 year out of date, so it's not the new one that it was. It's 1 year less,
See, this
but
is,
that's still
this
very
is the same.
It
Same
works
processor,
very much.
less RAM. It has less RAM,
Maybe that's what it is.
less RAM, no glass display, and less camera.
Yeah. Well, that's basically the SE from
But-
the 10 that I got.
I'm still thinking, I'm going, polycarbonate
For
display.
twice the price.
It's probably more durable.
I would think so with the poly.
Well, here's the bottom line, kids. As of right now, I've committed to this as my main phone, but I do not want to get
As long
rid of
as
the
it works.
I don't want to get rid of the Pixel 4. Nobody, don't ask me for the Pixel 4 because if
That's your
something
backup?
happens to
That's
this,
your backup?
that is my backup phone.
Oh,
I
good.
think it's a fucking kick-ass phone, and if I'm on a budget, I want to say the Pixel 5 XL is the best you can get from Google right now of the Pixel series, and I want to say it's $599.
That's not bad.
I mean, you're talking about their best. Well, of course, they want you to have it because. Hey Google, are you listening to me right now?
Yeah, I know exactly. We already talked about this earlier.
She lights up, but when.
I shouldn't say nothing.
No,
anymore.
I should not say anything.
That's why I'm saving the iPhone 10 that I have. That's all shattered in pieces.
Hey Google,
I want to fix it.
how do you say "go fuck yourself" in Mandarin?
In Chinese, that's 去他妈的. Anything else
I like
you
that.
want
That
me
was
to
short.
translate?
Chida? What? Chida mama?
Yeah, say "go fuck yourself" in Italian.
你说什么去他妈的用意大利语?
The fuck was that?
It's funny you say Mandarin because that's what my sister wants to learn.
不是那个.
What the hell did you just say?
你他妈的刚刚说什么?
No, what the hell did you just say in English, bitch?
知道你刚刚用英语说了什么吗，婊子?
Hey Google, what language are you speaking?
嘿，谷歌，你在说什么语言?
I think you need to reset that bitch.
我认为你需要重置那个婊子.
Hey, we gotta finish this up. We gotta
Hey
go.
Google,
we gotta do some
English or
barbecue.
nothing?
嘿，谷歌，英语或什么都没有.
I just don't even talk to her.
Hey Google, how do you say
跟
"go"?
他说话.
Hey Google, how do you say "go fuck yourself" in English?
That's
Hey,
just trying to
Google,
say
you自己用
fucking
英语
set the
怎么
alarm for
说?
7 a.m. is what it said. I just looked at it. I love your screensaver. Do you have a problem?
Well, here's it.
I think you're on the wrong field. You should. Okay, it changed. I was gonna say you should have been a police officer. Negging on them about their fucking donuts. You got fucking screensavers filled with donuts.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet. Hey Google, what's the temperature outside?
84.
In Duluth right now, it's 66 degrees.
Ooh, it's really cold.
By the way, I can give you lots of information about your day. I'll send you a notification with more to try.
Hey Google, you got any naked pictures of Matt's sister Danielle?
I don't understand.
Scotsman says whiskey.
Oh.
No, you scroll the ball. I don't know how to use that shit. I already had one for him. You're way behind. Scotsman again, 229 because you were too busy sniffing the damn beer instead of drinking it. Hey, everyone yells at me because I talk too much, and I know I was talking, so I'm trying to speed things up. 12:35. Let me have one more beer. Way ahead of you, lad. Joseph. That outro, babe. Nice big cans. Beer? Yes, this is a beer review. Scotsman again. They are trying to tax the gas so high that you cannot afford to drive. They want us to be free. They want us to be obedient little sheep. They want you to own zero property and no cars or guns, no house, nothing. It'll be state issued. They literally follow the Nazi regime in so many ways. Yeah, that's pretty damn true. Scotsman again. Bug out bag keeps a growing good job, fellas. Cadillac, was that V or 5?
Cadillac. I always call him Cadillac V.
Well, V also stands for 5, and
See, I've never asked. He's never questioned. He's never. I don't know.
All right. Well, anyways,
maybe he's got 5 Cadillacs.
Could be, but I mean, I'm just what I'm talking about with the V is a 5, right? I mean, that's the numerical code for.
He says he has a Samsung S7. I have one of those too.
Those are a little
Want
older.
to touch tips?
They're not bad. Well, shit. Samsung. The thing is, Samsung has come up with so many numbers so fast lately. I think it's like they're coming out with 2 or 3 a year lately.
He says you never thought about checking eBay, dude. Just like NIHAP says, bro, eBay's your friend. You trust me. This phone. $8 a month for service.
That's what he said. I didn't know that kind of shit. I don't use eBay. I don't trust it. I'm sorry. But I'm also not an eBay shopper, so I mean, that's something I'm skeptical because
I have personally never had a problem, and when I have, they act like it's the kiss of death. I broke the screw on those Magpul flip-up sites. Mm-hmm. The guy's like going, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Send me a picture of what broke. And he goes, I'm just sending you another set of sites.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, I mean, I get that. That's awesome, but I'm a cash kind of guy. I like to pay cash. I like to have my good right now.
Cadillac V says he's unfortunately he's been putting a new phone on the back burner.
As long as it works, it doesn't matter.
Scotsman, steaks on the grill. Oh yeah.
What are you doing today on the grill? Anything?
I don't even.
I got a couple of those chicken breasts I got.
Well, if it isn't something soon, it's not going to be anything at all.
That's why I said keep reading, bitch.
Sharky, thumbnail got pulled. It's been a while. Paused the intro, babe, for a good look at what I didn't see any nudity. No, there is no nudity.
Actually, if you keep watching, play it a couple times, she slides her thing over real quick. It's actually a very fast video, but you have to be really quick to notice.
Sharky, woohoo, I won against all odds. Forward it to the Justin bag in case you missed my comment in the previous review. Edit, you didn't miss it, and ScrewTube didn't even pull the comment. And I can say... I'm not going to say anything. Sharky again.
Hi, Miles.
Nice shirt. Sharky.
Now that the razor next knife by Tops. Now that's a razor knife neck by Tops. B5. They're all from Sharky.
This game went to fuck fast. E5
Dude,
is a
they are
miss.
smoking. You were all like, oh, look at that. 6 misses, not 1 hit.
And then 3 fucking hits in a row. You're all fired. Jay,
If you read this book, replications could be limited in strength, etc., as needed or increased as needed. Rachel was one, yet did not have the strength to push away Descartes.
replicants
That sounds like
and Deckard,
That sounds like some Star Wars shit or Star.
Blade Runner,
Oh,
the greatest movie ever
I
made.
still haven't. I thought I seen that,
Oh.
but I don't know if
Oh,
I
come
have.
on, Jay. They make up shit to fit the situation. Deckard got his fucking ass kicked. Not only by Roy, but the other guy.
That was his phone, thankfully.
Gunwild.
Gunwild. What do you put in your mushrooms that make them so good? Cocaine?
Yes.
Hey, actually, I got a package of mushrooms. I used garlic, but cocaine would be alright.
Yesterday, it was the wok. It was 4 sticks of butter, fresh garlic or fresh garlic,
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
and it was the whole clove.
That's what I used too. Whole cloves. I got a pack of 2 cloves.
It looked like a fucking baseball bat's worth
Yep.
of garlic in there. As a matter of fact, I put 6 of them in there that I never even cut up, and I was hoping to have a clove
I don't
and eat
cut.
it.
I don't cut them up. I
And-
cook the whole thing.
And the clove disintegrated into the mushrooms.
Really, my
So-
grandma loved that.
Oh, so and then one fresh onion, kind of maybe half-inch by half-inch cuts. I get the whole thing just a rapid boiling for maybe 30 minutes, and then I add 2 cups of
Shake.
red wine,
Yeah, the red wine is one thing I don't have or use.
and then the whole thing cooked for an hour and a half. When you go to a restaurant for mushrooms, you'll never have what I make, because they simply don't have the time to do that unless they calculate that someone's going to order mushrooms throughout the night, like maybe
They just keep it constantly
Roadhouse.
cooking and throwing whatever. Hey,
Yep.
next time you do that, let me know. I don't want to steal a bunch, but seriously, my grandma loves mushrooms. I just went and got some today for her.
Well, I think my sister put some leftovers in a Ziploc.
I don't think it's going to be the same.
It's not, but it's... Cocaine does help, though, by the way. Gunwild, the outro babe, was there this time. Hubba hubba. Mike, cheers, my brother. And I can say...
Thanks for visiting.
Yeah, that's condescending. Fuck that. Mike, those beers are not in my area. No, they're not in anybody's area but mine.
What, the Warriors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Douglas.
Well, that's why we got to try to expand for them.
Douglas says, I didn't know Vikings wore pajamas. Or,
Be able to be on his marketing page soon.
or the same shirt. Pre-dawn, I would just start shooting phones. Good. Jeremy
Old
again.
Joe B. pulled the troops out of Afghanistan and made them leave all the weapons there. The Taliban is now even more armed with our stuff. And yes, you're absolutely right, he did. They pulled all the military out so fast, they didn't even take our shit.
And Scourge. Hey, E. You ever watch Kingdom of the Infinity Skull Shots? You can star as Harrison Ford.
I like that one.
Jeremy, so funny. People talking about Miles not changing his shirt for a week. Then he shows up in the same shirt. Laugh my fucking ass off.
It is kind of funny. You know what? He might have the same shirt on, but I think he might have 5 of them. I don't know.
I'm sure he probably has more than one, but they
Well,
all look
you would
the
think
same.
they would get dirty. Like real dirty.
They all
Or he
do.
would start, or he would start really smelling.
Mike, sorry, but I'm not doing an EDC dump video. Nothing's changed from my last EDC dump video on my channel. Hey,
Well, think I'm what the fuck, I'm lame.
all I was going to say is, here's a for instance. I can do a serious video for BattleBox.
Alright, here we go to another story time. By the way, the real Cobra Bruno also said, no shit, he changed it. Real Cobra Bruno, 4 phones in your pockets now. That's damn near what Eric's getting up to.
I have actually, I won't disclose why, but I actually have 3 right now that I can make an outgoing call from.
I figured. I still just got my one. I'm not,
All 3 different numbers.
They can listen to me all they want. When they start showing up, maybe I'll have to go more discreet.
So here's the Battle Box video from 2 weeks ago. 129 views. And I can pretty much kiss my Battle Box career goodbye soon. 3 days ago, on a pocket dump. 466 views.
That's ridiculous. Why don't you tell people on that pocket dump to fucking start looking at your Battle Box, otherwise you're fucking missing out on your shit.
I have to admit, though, a direct load from the Note 9 is a
Worked
pretty
good.
clean video.
I know, I was there for that. You had Miles Hogan, I can't believe that.
Well, I've never had him as a cameraman before, but...
He looks a little shaky. Actually, it wasn't shaky, it was more like one of these. I don't even know if he was drinking that day, to be honest. I know we were, but...
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he did have a couple beers that day, but I think there was like one before the video and maybe like one or two after.
Wow, after all this time, there's only 2 of you in the club. Gunweld, 89th commenter. Cheers, bitches.
Well, no, you're actually the first in the club.
And Rich Huff says, cheers,
Cheers,
Clevers.
Clevers.
So, officially, unless Gunwild wants to comment differently, he is the only clubber is Rich.
I'm gonna cheers to Rich.
And I gotta get out. I gotta get out of here. We gotta make dinner. So.
Yeah, this stuff isn't that great, in my opinion. I mean, it's strong. It doesn't have like a lot of bite, but I'm not a big stout guy. It's void of a lot of flavor, if you ask me.
I really like that because it's a very
Whoa,
unique.
hold on. Before you shut up, you didn't even rate this. I'm going 12.
12.
I'm going 12. I really like this stuff.
I don't know about a 12, but
Well, fucking you go ahead and rate it whatever you want. I'm going 12.
I'd say that beats everything I've had from Lafroig, and Lafroig was my favorite smoky.
Absolutely. So that's why I'm giving it a 12. It's better than just an 11. Or a 10.
I've never gone a 12. I have failure to commit, but it's all of a 10 for sure for me. I definitely gonna have to add it to the lineup. So
Well, you're going to have to buy one. I'm taking this.
cheers.